Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and now we're looking at the before and after. All right, so we have Goblins and the King of Cups for the before. We have Follow the Leader and the Seven of Cups for after. Let's start with this one. The before. What you've been dealing with, what you've been looking at. Well, the Goblins obviously is going deep and finding the reasons of the whys of the darkness, right? You can see it's in the deep, dark depths of everything. But you have the King of Cups, and it led you to peace and harmony. I'm just going to look here, and we're going to look at the Goblins. Fives is a beautiful number. It's my life number. And definitely Goblins would be in the fives, absolutely. Because you have to deal with your fears, deal with your insecurities, your doubts. And it's written here, fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. You see, no human is without flaws. And the goblin's message is that you got to release this stuff, okay? And the negative self-talk. That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one we have, because even sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. We're walking around and we got this little narrative going on in our head, and it's leading us astray. It's especially, I don't know how it is for guys, but for me in particular, I know it's always going on. Okay, even when my mouth's not moving, the brain is working all the time. Okay. Within you is a spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. Okay? If you're dealing with somebody else's stuff as well, this can get very interesting, because not only do you have your own negative self-talk, you have other people's self-talk. I love that the King of Cups came with this one, because it says to me that in this tumultuous time, you have been able to find an emotional peace within you. And this is saying a lot. This is saying that you've overcome the Goblins card. And that's excellent. That means that you know how to stay stable. You know how to feel well within yourself, and emotionally mature and calm when the seas are turbulent behind you. Okay? Such as this card right here. You see, it gets very turbulent. It's showing that you can do it. You're all right with yourself. Now, what's coming forward, Pisces, is Follow the Leader and the Seven of Cups. I see a lot of different kind of birds here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the message that's coming in. It always interests me, because in the past, it's okay. But I'm always interested to see a little bit what's coming up in the future, in the near future. We don't go too far, because, things change. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example for those around you. So that I've come to believe, that when you're authentic to yourself and you're also honest, okay, you're not trying to, fedaddle yourself or anybody else. Yes, I know it's a made-up word. That happens. You have a lot less to carry around with you. Okay? It says you're being called to lead others by example. I love that. Your example. Okay? And I like these choices. It's what you choose. As you see, some of these choices are probably not the best. They look like they promise a lot, but some of them are a lot less fulfilling than others. Okay? So, but with every choice you make, I'm just gonna let you know, any choice, even the snake one, that's about shedding skin, right? Shedding the old into the new. even going for gold or the jewelry, that's going for what you want. Maybe, you know, a payoff. It's just in the, I think, the energetic level of what you are picking for yourself, right? What are you choosing? What are you choosing for yourself? Okay. So it says, the wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery and the adventure of your life, the experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. And you can do that in a multitude of ways. Okay, this is also the card of choices, right? By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Just like I do with you. My mistakes, my life, what I've been through. Okay? This is how you share with others. You make them feel, well, that they're not alone. I never want to be somebody who just preaches at people. It comes from somewhere. I have experienced things. And that's how I know certain things. Through experience. Okay? Lead with love. There's another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishment you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. Yeah, always be somebody who's willing to learn. Okay, so coming up is you being an example. Now that could be going after your own dreams, Pisces. It could be, you know, going for that dream job, that dream relationship. There's always somebody watching. Okay, as long as you have people around you, there's somebody there looking and peering in and looking from time to time, even if it's not constantly. And they will see what you are doing. So, there's so many examples of what not to do. I just say be an example of what to do. Okay? Using common sense. Being somebody who's kind. Leading with love is usually the best thing. Because then you're not only thinking of how to feel good, you want that to be kind of passed on to everybody around you. You want to be compassionate. All right, so I'm going to look at what they want us to pay attention to in the past. And in the future. All right. They want you to pay attention on how you focused on the optimistic part of your life. Okay? The hope, the renewal part, the balancing out. How did you do that? How did you balance out? There's light in the darkness. See, there's a star in the darkness. That's what they want us to pay attention to. How that was accomplished. And this one, it's how to stay away from this Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups for me is my hormonal knight. I've always said this. He's the one who can't have, he's the exact opposite of this one. Okay, so I think the idea is to carry this through over here to what's coming up. I really, truly believe that's what they're trying to say here. Thank you to everybody who's here. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you to Liam and Mona, my guides, who helped me do my fantastic job. We are a unit when we come together, but they make it feel easy. King of Cups come out for the second time. Okay. And the Seven of Swords. Yeah, I'm feeling that as well. They have the Seven of Cups, but I feel like I told you, it's getting out of negativity, staying high vibing. I feel that the message here is not by stealing, it's by adapting. That's what I'm feeling from here. Okay? You've carved out, you see, you've carved out a safe haven in the rock. Okay? to give shelter in a rough seas. Because they're both holding something, okay? But one has done it underhandedly and the other has not. So they're saying you can take things, you can do things, you can accomplish things, but it's in the way that you're doing it. And that's exactly what I feel here. Okay? This is not as pretty as this, but this is more of a giving practice. It's a protective, it's a higher vibe than this right here. This has the appearance of, but you see this snake-like thing. I just feel there's an impression of it looks good, but it isn't great. Okay? So, like I said, remember, they're following your lead. It's important to give without stealing away. You know, it's what are you taking away? Wait a minute. Let me try and put it the way I'm feeling it is. It's important in the way that you put things out there that you're not actually taking away from the experience. In other words, you're not stealing from one to give to the other. Okay? Sometimes it's not easy to carve into rock to make things work. But it's the better way of doing it, right? The structure will always be safe now. It's a little less, but it is still rock. But it will be there for a long time, giving safe harbor to many. This looks like safety because it's being held, but actually it was stolen. So it's not working, if you know what I mean. It looks in essence like they're both protecting, but one is an actual protection and the other is more of an illusion of protection. Okay? So yeah, that's it. That's it for that. I'm not gonna, because I'm just gonna make it more complicated, and that's the message in there. That's the message. I think that's where the confusion of the Seven of Cups is how do I do this? I guess you really have to look at it. Is anybody losing out because of this? Are people getting value? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this as an example, and I'm not going to name names or talk about what, but there's something that you apply, or, you know, that can be called makeup, that you put it on and it does what you want it to. However, it's being discovered that the ingredients in it could be harmful. So you're getting value for your money, but on the flip side, somebody manipulated it to the point that it's actually causing harm. So it's that kind of energy that I'm talking about, okay? By all means necessary to get what you want. You don't do it that way, okay? That's not that way. All right. So with the Seven of Cups also comes in the endless possibilities. And the star as well. Do you see the star here on her forehead? There are endless possibilities for you doing it the correct way. You don't need to do it any other way. Okay? It may not feel like it because sometimes taking the longer route or the route not as easily traveled may seem harder, but I don't think that it actually, in the end, it's going to make your mark on this world. Okay? Yeah. I know I'm very picky now as I do my readings for people because I want to give you something of your life path. I want to give you some spiritual information. I don't want the standard, how's my love life and stuff. I don't do that kind of stuff. Or I'm not breaking any curses or whatever. Or, that's not the path I'm going. And it's not to say for that, but I don't want that path. That doesn't interest me. That's everyday stuff. I want to go deep so that you are fulfilled inside of yourself, that you have tools to use in your everyday life so that you can conquer your fears and become empowered in your life, so that you can make your own miracles happen. You don't need to ask anybody about how to make miracles happen. You already have that power. And yes, it's probably a less popular route to go. It's probably a lot more work for me than just pulling cards and saying, that stuff. I've been to readers like these, but to me, that's not helping anybody. Okay, and my example is one reader said that to my mother-in-law that my son would have heart problems. I don't. This is not. For me, that's not somebody who's helping. That's somebody who's hindering. She gave a whole bunch of us anxiety, and probably for nothing, okay? I don't like those readers because I think they're doing more harm than good, okay? Not good. Not good at all. And we didn't ask for it. So she went and tapped into people's energies that nobody asked her to, okay? And then my mother-in-law compounded it by spreading all the stuff she said to everybody. This is not good. This is what I'm saying. What kind of harm is happening, okay? Be careful with the way you're doing things. Empower the people who come to you. Don't give them tools to disempower people around you. And I think that there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of possibilities when you think about it this way. Yes, I have opinions. If you guys have been with me for a while now, you're realizing that I'm having some really strong opinions. But it's because I think people need to start being accountable for their actions. Okay? You need to be accountable for your actions. You have to know, as a reader, as a spiritualist, as somebody who does these kind of sessions, that the stuff that you are putting out there, you may think you're doing good. It doesn't mean that you are, though. There's some things you should just, no. Sacred reverence. So let's take a look at these, Pisces. Looking at the world, do you see all the life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you just see the plant? When you encounter a puppy, do you just see an animal? While this categorizing is one way of viewing the world, it's only a fraction of the truth. It isn't enough. Look closer and you'll observe the luminosity immanent in these living sentient beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all the world, including its spirit, then you see the whole. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, tree, as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenge, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you? Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you are tapping into this unity right now. No matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction as holy, then you will know that you do from the highest good of all. Okay? And that's what I did. From taking from these examples, that has helped me build this kind of spiritual practice, okay, by examples of others. So I do thank him for that, okay. Everybody has their role to play in life, absolutely. And then, as I said, it brings in these endless possibilities that come in. Absolutely. You see everything, and then there's the key. There's the heart and the key, Okay, go back to the heart space. Go back to the heart space always. Sacred, let's see. Endless possibilities. You look at the world through the lens of your life experiences, personality, and conditioning. That filter determines whether you believe in an abundant universe or endless possibilities, or various degrees of limitations and a finite range of options. Absolutely. Absolutely. When your expectations, unconscious or otherwise, are based on lack, it's difficult to see what is truly available to you. Today, ask yourself what you believe. Are there limitless potential outcomes to align your energy with? Do you know intuitively that there is more to life than meets the eye? And are you willing to act on that knowledge? And I think that's what they're telling you. Act on that knowledge. Take the lead in that knowledge, okay? As you believe, so will it be for you, as your energy will attract its match in the outer world. Conditions meet expectations. Either your world remains the way it is in various forms, yet essentially unchanging, or you become more. Everything shifts as you open yourself up to a greater version of you and a more meaningful life, discovering opportunities that better reflect your true self. This is the nature of your dynamic relationship with the divine. Today, stand with open arms, knowing that you're stepping into beauty, into experiences that are potent and transformative. You are walking past the line that you and others drew long ago, leaping over what was and towards what will be. You are more than you were. Now, what is it that you want? The treasure is yours. You just need to believe it. Absolutely. So, you could believe and stay the standard reader that I used to go visit in my 20s that would just foretold some kind of future and stuff like that. Or we can go further and now use it as a form of healing oneself, using spirituality to empower the person you're speaking to, rather than just giving them one-offs and, possible outcomes. So that is what I've done with that. The endless possibilities now become even more. We can use tarot and tools as a tool of enlightenment, not as a scary thing that it used to be for, every other person that just didn't believe in it. Ooh, it's evil, boogie boogie, Open up your mind to the possibilities. We're very spiritual beings to begin with. We have intuition, what I would call the mundanes called gut feelings to make it sound better, and and we have love that we feel that can't be put into just even this stick, okay, for my singing bowl. This is a stick, but love you can't hold. It is something that's felt. It's not seen. Okay, but it's felt by the heart. So, little Prince quote right there. It's always been there. And that's part of the woo-woo, but nobody admits it. Because love is so beautiful. Feels so well. Feels so good, right? I love that the Seven of Cups was at the bottom of this deck. So, again, possibilities. Look at this. And you have the Six of Cups here. You have the young flowers and the mature flowers. I really love this, actually, in the Six of Cups. It's showing the maturity of the stuff happening, okay? From who you were to who you're going to be. And I know that's not the regular meaning of the Six of Cups, but we're going with the image right here from it growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Do you see? You see the maturity of thought and how we have grown over time to become more and more. We're demystifying stuff, and I think it's opening up doors for everybody. It's a wonderful thing. It's a gift. It is a gift. And you have to see it as you have to take the lead in this. See the opportunities. Okay? High Priestess, intuition, talking of everything I was talking about. Letting it in. Okay? Letting your intuition speak to you. And you'll feel, if you lean on intuition really hard, things will either feel completely right or they'll start feeling off. And there's two different reasons why they might be off. Some of it might be very old conditioning that you're trying to work through. And some of it might just be pure, that what you're doing is wrong. Okay? And yeah, I'll be talking to all the people who say, well, you pay me, I'll lift a curse. Those people, you're doing something really, really wrong. Okay? That's not nice, and it's not good, and it's not helpful. So, yeah, and James being really mean. So I don't like people who are very mean to other people. I get very protective. Because they're giving the rest of us a really bad rap, bad name. I don't want to be defending this for the rest of my life. I want it to become mainstream. I want people to use spirituality to empower themselves. Not because they don't need me anymore. And even if that makes me redundant, that's okay. That's okay. I'd much rather be in a world where life is a lot better. I'll find something else to do. Trust me, I'll be just fine. Okay, so we have anxiety, but it came in reverse. So I'm feeling that, yeah. First of all, the source of anxiety is exactly that. If any of this is, I was talking about that, if you're feeling anxious about it and not feeling good about it, then there's something to be looked at here, okay? There's a 9. There's that 9 of swords that keeping you up at night. Why is it keeping you up at night? Is it your own insecurities? It's your fear of losing control of something? You have to have those intense and hard discussions with yourself. Running away is not an option in this case, okay? Appreciation. That card keeps wanting to come out over and over and over again. I like it. Let's keep it. Let's do it. Absolutely. Appreciate everything that comes to you. Appreciate the difficulties. The reason it comes out is because they talk about the bramble and everything, yet she's holding a rose, completely happy with the beauty that she can find in this world. And I think that is exactly what it is here. The King of Cups. The calm in the storm, because you can feel appreciative for what you have. Okay? I feel this anxiety. I feel that there's people who are just, they thrive on it. This is the thing that makes them go. Okay? That's the fuel that keeps them, I don't know, off and making everybody else off with them. It doesn't serve. It doesn't serve a purpose. To stay in this energy doesn't serve, it serves zero purpose. Okay? There's too many people searching for an escape to this. Escapism is not only in forms of addictions. Some people escape by going in different groups. And yes, some of those are religious groups that tell you, you know, oh, everything you've done can be wiped clean if you just, you know, confess. It takes a little more than that. Okay? Somebody isn't going to magically wave a magic wand and say, oh, everything's okay. No, no, no. You have to look at this stuff. Okay? You have to hold yourself accountable. And yes, sometimes it doesn't feel good. But that's what true leaders do. That's what people who have experience in their life do. They look at it. They ask for forgiveness if it's needed. Okay? They revamp themselves, they learn, they gather that wisdom and become a better person along the way. Okay? They don't just try to erase things or have some kind of deity erase it for them. Okay? Doesn't work that way. Really it doesn't. Really it doesn't. Okay? You're a human being. You're going to step in doo-doo every once in a while. And nobody asked you to be perfect. But being accountable, taking the lead in your own life, and being responsible for your own choices is a mark of bravery. And it's a mark of somebody who's willing to learn. Okay? We all get to this point in our lives where we want to learn. Staying in anxiety, looking for a way out, and escapism doesn't bring in anything. It doesn't bring you anything. Oh my God, they're so like, these readings are so like, wow. Yeah, it's turning a lot of things on their heads this week. Very strange, very strange, very, very strange. Maybe it's time, Pisces. Maybe it's just time that the world has to take a look at themselves. Seriously, not, you know, not with rose-colored glasses. That's what it feels like. I feel like it's like, okay, the rose-colored glasses are off. It's time to look at this. Going forward, we need to lead by example. Hearing messages from Spirit coming out again. I'm a clear channel for messages from Spirit. Listen. Listen carefully. Okay? And embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. Right. Not packed full, chock full of propaganda and crap. Okay? The only thing that really matters here is an open heart. Okay? Even if it's a heart that's aching a little bit, even if it's a heart that knows it hasn't always done the right thing, that's okay. As long as it's an open heart. Okay? Clear landscapes. No obstacles in the way. Make a decision and be okay with your decision. Be not only okay with your decision, Pisces, but know that you are willing to take responsibility for it, no matter what happens. Okay? Like I said, it's not about making mistakes. It's about being a human being and trying your very best to do the right thing and admitting and correcting course when is needed and required. Being a strong and accountable person when you need to be. Leaning on Spirit really hard because it is an integral part of us that we ignore most of the time. We don't listen to it, even though it is screaming sometimes in the background for you to listen. Okay? So, wow, a lot of tough love today, Pisces. At least it feels like it. I feel tired for it. I feel tired because of it. But it's okay. It's okay. We keep going. We keep it going. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Appreciate the fact that you're here. You're here to make mistakes. You're here to celebrate when you do win. Okay? The growth. That you actually grew. High Priestess. Oh, I have it in reverse. Do I? Do I have it in reverse? No? Okay. So, well, it makes sense. Like I said, we've been denying our intuition. So, there it is, right? Don't deny your intuition anymore. Listen to it. Listen. Listen to that inner guidance system of yours. We all have it. We know when we're doing something off. We do. Sometimes we have to be quiet enough. And we got to put up with this stuff there. When we're feeling something, it may be just our guidance system going, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure that's the place you want to be? Right. So, you have the Page of Pentacles. It's a learning experience, Pisces. Okay? It's learning. You're in that learning curve, learning phase in your life. You're taking the time to be the student again. And that's okay. He's a cautious student, though. But he embraces new beginnings. And it's okay to feel a little cautious. Just, you know, follow your guidance system, Pisces. Just follow your guidance system, okay? It's not bad news. Most of the time, it's good news. It's good news. You're doing super well. You're doing fantastically. Just give yourself the opportunity to try. A lot of people say, well, what if it fails? It could. It could be a fantastic, glorious no-go. But does that mean you're going to stop? You're not going to try again? You're never going to do anything else? Of course not. Of course not. In everything, we try again. Did you learn anything from it? That's the shame, if you didn't learn anything from it. Okay? Right. It's all... and look. Okay, it's the same thing. You get it, right? 15 is also the number of the devil, right? Through our trials, through the tribulations, we then harvest. We get fruit from the work that we do. That's the whole point, everything. And I'm hearing from some of you, well, I'm afraid that if I do this, I'll be doing it wrong. You could be. But if you have a great intention of heart, you have love in your heart, you have kindness, just know that it's never too late to do something better. Okay? Should never let it stop you. All right. Yeah. Always reconnecting to what's important within you, Pisces. Always reconnecting to the important part of you. The Three of Cups. It's celebration. Remember, positivity. Always always find an excuse to celebrate your life and celebrate others and be happy. Our time is short here. Use it to be happy in this lifetime. Use it to reconnect partnerships and alliances. Another 3, okay? Could be the 3 of Wands, could be the 3 of Cups, doesn't matter. Look at this. The Star coming out again. The last message here, Pisces, talking about hope, partnerships, people who are on the same page as you, people who want the same things, people who are not willing to let anybody else take a responsibility for their own lives, okay? That work towards the collective good of people, to help others, not just take advantage of everybody, okay? Who doesn't take more than they can chew. Sometimes our place of need makes us do things that we don't need to do. It's just an insecurity, an inferiority complex, whatever you want to call it, that makes us, that drives us to that specific spot. But remember, once you feed it the right kind of light, you're going to see just how little you actually need to take up as in material spaces and the material world. It has a lot more to do with connection with others, with you get a lot more from that than anything else. Okay? You get a lot more support and love and a sense of belonging. Never give up on that part. Whatever you're trying to manifest in your life, okay? Manipulation can get you some to a certain extent, but everybody, I swear to God, everybody at one point, will see you for who you really are. And it's going to be a very black card. Okay? And you don't want to put yourself through that either. Always think in terms of what you are actually collectively contributing to other people. Is it light in the darkness? Is it empowerment? Are you feeding their insecurities and their fears? Remember this. So important. So important. So important. I wish they gave courses. I wish they gave courses, Pisces. All right, my beautiful ones. That's it for today. I'm giving you a lot of love, light, and blessings. I know I'm coming off as really, really aggressive these last couple of weeks. You need to stand your ground, and you need to move forward as well. So, my apologies, but some of it needs to be said. And I guess I have to say it. I hope it's a real Christmas, happy Santa Claus kind of month in December, because I'm way for escapism at this point, in a true Pisces fashion. I'm going to send you a lot of love, light, and blessings, my beautiful ones, and I'm going to be back tomorrow on how others see you and how you see yourself. And take good care. Bye for now.